Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America, sent a strong message to President Paul Biya and many others who on to power and refuse to go on retirement. I'm going to read it as a very short part of it. It says, "My fellow leaders, let us never forget some things are more important than staying in power. It is your people that matter the most," he said. "Never forget, we are here to save the people, not the other way around, because the future will be won by those who unleash the full potential of their people to breathe free, to think freely, to innovate, to educate, to live and love openly without fear." This is a strong message. And to me, it is as if he was talking directly to President Paul Biya, because he has refused to go, and he has refused to allow Cameroonians breathe freely, think freely, innovate freely, receive education. He has frustrated millions and thousands of Cameroonians, push thousands below poverty line. And then I look critically and I came to a conclusion that maybe President Paul Biya took power in Cameroon with just an objective to make Cameroonians uneducated. Because throughout these 41 years or 42 years in power, we have seen that many Cameroonians are discouraged about education. And added to the one that they cannot go to school because of insecurity in many regions in Cameroon. Added to the one that there are many places without schools. And there are places with schools on pieces of paper, a school without education. Without education, you cannot think properly. Without education, there can never be any innovation. Without education, there can never be any increase in any country, development. And President Paul Biya hold on to this. And for all this year, think about himself. Though he has chosen to run Cameroon, to govern Cameroon, the 5% Cameroonians and the 95% are suffering, frustrated, living in poverty and in hunger. They do not have freedom to speak, freedom of praise, freedom of thinking, freedom of anything. The only freedom President Paul Biya has given to the people of Cameroon: you are free to be wayward. You are free to live in disorder. You are free to be poor. You are free to be hungry. You are free to remain uneducated. But you are not free to be educated. You are not free to receive the right education. You are not free to ask the government your own portion of the national cake. And I am congratulating President Joe Biden for this message, that may God speak and take this message right into the heart of President Paul Biya and many other African leaders. If they will listen, it will be better for the people of Cameroon.